Thank you very much. You know, before I got in the back of this pickup, I came over and said, sure now, hope this is a 3/4 ton.
It's a one-ton.
It's a one-ton, I'm all right. Look, this is Labor Day, and we're standing out here in front of Imerys Three Forks operation with a bunch of workers. Pick up there, we'll let them go. No, let it go. People clear off the road. Clear the road. There we go. Get back there. But we're standing here so in support of the workers that were locked out of this job on August 3rd. This is the first time we've had a lockout in the great state of Montana in 38 years. Okay, so what further compounds this is we got a workforce that's been working here. I talked to a couple that between the two of them, they spent 71 years in that plant. And one of them's still working, okay? And that's the way it is. It's commitment to the company. And anybody who's run a business understands the most valuable thing we've got is our employees. It's the most valuable thing. This foreign company doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand Montana. He doesn't understand that. And we're standing here on Labor Day, a day where we celebrate the working men and women of this country, a day that we can look back and see what's been sacrificed for a vibrant middle class in this country. Folks who have given us a 40-hour work week, folks who have given us weekends, folks who have given us safe working conditions with benefits.
Yeah.
And you're damn right we ought to be here. So let me tell you something. We're tired of this crap. Right? Ready to get pissed off. Stand up for these workers. Make them open those gates. This company's coming up with a 4 or September what? 11th, 12th? Is that what it is? They're going to come back and negotiate?
Yes.
We ought to be demanding they come to the table with a fair deal. These workers have given their lives here. Families have given their lives here. All right? So here's the deal, folks. So it's time. It's time to get fired up. Okay? This company is from France. All right? I don't expect them to know where the hell Montana even is, right? And they don't understand the values that made this country the greatest country in the world. And the single most important thing that's made America the greatest country in the world is a vibrant middle class. And what is it that's given it that vibrant middle class? You better believe it. Workers and unions. I'm just telling you. It's a fact. So at the end here, you're going to hear from a lot of good folks here today. But let me tell you something. The whole state of Montana should be here today. The whole state. This is about Montana values. I'm telling you this is about Montana values. This isn't about selling our workers down the stream. This isn't about making the rich richer and driving the middle class into poverty. That's not what this is about. This is about making sure our workers here have good paying jobs. Okay? That's it. All right? With good benefits. With safe working conditions. Okay? I'll just say, let me tell you what, this is no different than running for the U.S. Senate. I'll tell you that. No different. So talk to your family members, talk to your friends, talk to everybody, let this car through. All right.
What do you got?
It's all good. Thumbs up. All right. All right. So it's about support, man. Solidarity. It's about getting together. We're going to do what we can do at the federal level to make sure that these folks get supported. We're going to try to ring as many bells as we can, I'm telling you. I know Bullock will do the same thing here at the state level. And I'm going to tell you something else. you guys give Kathleen Williams a chance to serve you in Congress, she'll do the same damn thing.
Pretty cool. There's a step on this truck. I love that. I'm Kathleen Williams, and this is the 4th time I've stood up for these workers. The day after the lockout, I was here. It took my opponent 20 days to make any kind of public comment, and that was based on the press pressing him. Who was going to stand up for workers in the U.S. Congress? Right? So in the 1880s, start of Labor Day, 10,000 workers marched in New York. They marched because there was child labor, because they were working 12-hour days, 14-hour days, 7 days a week. They didn't have safe working environments. They didn't have any benefits. How far have we come, right? Yeah. But this is an example of how much farther we need to go. We need to ensure that companies like this, when workers are only asking to continue to have what they had, they weren't asking for anything more. They just wanted to continue to have what they had, and they were locked out. So that is unfair, immoral, and unjust. All right. So let's get this company back to the bargaining table, get them to come back with an offer that gives these workers what they deserve, only to continue to have what they had. That is not asking too much, and we need to ensure that they can continue to have the benefits, the seniority, the other elements that they had for 8 years under their last contract. So join with me in encouraging Imerys to come back and bring a real offer. Thank you. The candidate for the clerk of the Supreme Court, and he's going to tell you why that's such an important office. Thank you.
Hey, this is my first bullhorn. So listen, the clerk of the Supreme Court, you know, it's an under-the-radar office. We don't set policy. It's a service job, and I think one thing that I can say is that in my 23, 24 years working in that office is that we want everyone who comes to the Supreme Court to be treated fairly and with respect. And that applies to everywhere, right? Yeah. So one of the things that I thought, well, hey, what can I say from this office? What can I say? Well, I'll tell you, I just have the very fortunate position to be able to get the bullhorn and be in front of you, because really I'm no different than you. And one thing that I can say for our local here and our locked out workers is that I stand with you. Yeah. I'm going to bring my wife up here, Angela. So this is a rally, right? Yeah. Yep, you got it. So, I brought Angela up here so together the two of us could say, we stand with you. Andy, I want everyone to say it loud. 1, 2, 3.
We stand with you!
Hey, because on this day, Americans celebrate and recognize the efforts of our working men and women. Because of that,
we stand with you!
Because Montanans believe in fair treatment, in honest negotiations, and how about simple respect for one another?
We stand with you!
Because we know a job means far more than a paycheck.
We stand with you.
And because you had the courage to stand up for values that are bigger than yourselves. These families.
We stand with you.
And because we all want them to know how much we care about them. One more time.
We stand with you.
That's all I have to say. Thank you. Andy Shirtless, candidate for Public Service Commission, is next. Andy and I are not going bowling together later just because we're wearing the same outfit.
Hello, Montana Union members! It's an honor to join you once again on this picket line. Happy Labor Day! Yeah! Labor Day. What a fitting day for us to be here, isn't it? A day dedicated to those men and women who stood up to that faceless corporation against overwhelming odds because that company didn't treat them too well and made them work in unsafe conditions. Companies expected these men and women to work to the bone and have nothing to show for it. Well, they got rich on our backs. Sounds kind of familiar. But thanks to the formations of unions, we're able to fight back. In 1941, Franklin Delano Roosevelt taught us that we have to energize our workforce. We have to support our unions in our efforts to crush Hitler and the Nazis. Today we're faced with a similar dilemma. Another threat across the other side of the Atlantic. Imerys, a French-owned company, is trying to take what we've earned and what we've worked so hard for. My friends, fall's in the air. It's football season, and our kids are going back to school. But for some, this is a really difficult time, especially when it comes to school clothes, when it comes to school supplies. Worrying about school supplies and clothes under these circumstances isn't fun for families. And the idea of going to school or to college, that idea becomes more and more fleeting. This lockout isn't just affecting our jobs or our families, they're affecting our kids' future and their livelihoods. If there is one reason why we stand on this picket line, it's for our children's future. Friends and neighbors, life is about moments. The moments that we share with friends and loved ones. The moments that we choose which path to take. To choose false promises over friends and family. To buckle and give in and cross that picket line. Because mark my words, if we give in now, it will send a signal to this company and other companies that we will roll over. Or we could choose at this very moment to recommit to one another, to recommit to our friends, our family, and our community, and to hold the line. When we make Imerys buckle, and we will make them come back to the negotiating table, it will echo throughout the halls of our capital in Helena, all the way across the Atlantic to their boardroom. We must stand strong and hold them to the line, because this is the first time in 38 years, and I know I look young, I'm 38 years old. You know what, Montana? They forgot who they're dealing with. This great state and this prosperous nation were founded because of people like you and union members like all of you. There's more of us than there are of them. Yeah, that's right. Let us show them who we are and what we're made of. Because if we give an inch today, they'll take a mile tomorrow. If we give them anything, they will take everything. We cannot, must not, and will not break. We will continue to stand together, and I will continue to stand with you until you get what you are owed. Labor Day. This Labor Day, let us recommit to one another. Recommit to this cause. Let us remember that our community is here today. and let's show this company we mean business. Stay strong. Stay Montana strong. Thank you, Three Forks.